Sri Ramakrishna on different stages of man. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Man is like a pillowcase. The color of one pillowcase may be red, that of another black, and so on, but all contain the same cotton. So it is with man. One is handsome, another is ugly, a third pious, a fourth wicked, but the Divine One dwells within them all. Jai Sri Ram Krishna. One meets with two class of men. The nature of one resembles that of a winnowing fan, and of the other that of the sieve. Just as the winnowing basket rejects the useless husk and keeps the useful grain, so there is one class of men who reject what is worthless, gold, lust, etc., and accept the Lord, who alone is worth having. Again, as the sieve rejects the finer parts of a substance and keeps the coarser, so there is another class of men who reject what alone is worth having and instead accept gold, lust, etc. Jai Sri Ram Krishna. The mind of the worldly person is like a beetle. The beetle loves to live in a cow dung. It does not like any other substance. It will feel very uneasy if you force it into a fragrant lotus. Similarly, the worldly minded do not care for anything except a talk about worldly things. They will leave the place where people are found talking about God and matters spiritual. Instead, they will find peace by betaking themselves to a place where idle gossip is going on. Jai Sri Ram Krishna. As when fishes are caught in a net, some do not struggle at all, but remain calm in the net. Some again struggle hard to come out of the net, but fail in the attempt, while a third sect actually effect their escape by rendering the net. So, there are three classes of men in the world: the bound, Bada, the struggling, Mumuksha, and the released, Mukta. Jai Sri Ram Krishna. A fisherwoman on her way home was overtaken by a storm at nightfall. So she took refuge in a florist's house. The florist received her very kindly and allowed her to pass the night on the porch adjoining the room in which he kept his flowers. But although thus comfortably lodged, she could not get a wink of sleep. At last, she discovered that the sweet aroma of the flowers in the garden was what had kept her awake. She therefore sprinkled some water on her empty basket of fish and placed it closer to her nose. In a short time, she fell into a sound sleep. Similarly is the case with the worldly minded. They too relish nothing but the foul smell of putrid things of the world. Jai Sri Ram Krishna. By talking with worldly men, one can feel that his heart is filled with worldly thoughts and desires. Just as one can feel that the crop of a young pigeon is full of grains, worldliness is what men of this order care about. They do not like to hear religious discourses. Jai Shri Ram Krishna. If a person has eaten radishes, the smell of his eructation will betray the fact. Similarly, if you meet a pious man, he will presently begin to talk on spiritual subjects. On the other hand, a worldly man will talk only about worldly things. Jai Shri Ram Krishna. There are two kinds of flies. One is the honeybee that sucks honey only. The other not only sucks honey but will prefer to sit on an unclean sore when it gets the opportunity. So with men, those who love God cannot talk on any other theme but God, while those that are attached to things of the world at once jump into a conversation about lust and gold. Should such be started, discarding the words about God which they had been listening to. Jai Shri Ramakrishna. The characteristics of a thoroughly worldly man is that he does not only listen to hymns, religious discourses, praises of the Almighty, etc., but also prevents others from hearing them and abuses religion and religious men, and scoffs at those who meditate upon God. Jai Shri Ram Krishna. The alligator has such a thick skin that no weapon can pierce it. So, how much soever you may preach religion to a worldly man, it will have no effect upon his heart. Jai Shri Ram Krishna. The sun's light falls equally on all surfaces, but only bright surfaces like water, mirrors, and polished metals can reflect it more. In like manner, although God abides in all, He manifests Himself more in the heart of the pious. Jai Shri Ram Krishna. A number of cakes may have the same look but may be stuffed with different ingredients. Example, some may contain the kernel of the coconut, some others sweet condensed milk, and so on. Similarly, though all human bodies are made of the same materials, yet man differs from one another owing to a difference in their qualities. Jai Shri Ram Krishna. All water is Narayana, God, but every kind of water is not fit to drink. Similarly, though it is true that the Almighty dwells in every place, yet every place is not fit to be visited. As one kind of water may be used for washing your feet, another for rinsing your mouth, and third may be drunk, while a certain again may not even be touched. Even so, some places are fit to be visited, some only to be saluted from a distance and bidden goodbye, and so on. Jai Shri Ram Krishna. True it is that God dwells even in the tiger, but we must not go to face the animal. So it is true that God dwells even in the most wicked, but it is not meant that we should associate with them. Jai Shri Ram Krishna. A certain guru, spiritual guide, taught his disciple that every created thing was Narayana, God, and the disciple took him at his word. One day, the disciple met an elephant on the street. The animal was advancing towards him, and the driver, Mahut, was shouting, "Move away, move away." The disciple argued in his mind, "Why should I move away? I am Narayana, so is the elephant. What fear has Narayana from himself?" Thinking thus, he did not move. At last, the elephant took him up in his trunk and dashed him aside. He was hurt severely, and going back to his master, he related the whole adventure. The Guru said, "Well said, my son. You are Narayana, and so is the elephant. But why did you not pay heed to the warnings of the Mahut Narayana, driver God, who had asked you to move away?" Jai Shri Ram Krishna. The anger of the good is like a line which is drawn on the surface of the water and which soon disappears. Jai Shri Ram Krishna. A Brahmana's son is no doubt a Brahmana by birth, but some born of Brahmanas grow up into learned scholars. Some become priests, others turn out cooks, some other yet again roll themselves in dust in front of courtesan's door. Jai Shri Ram Krishna. Gold is distinguished from brass by the touchstone. Similarly, human nature, whether one is sincere or insincere, is tested by God. Jai Shri Ram Krishna. Men are of two classes: man in the name only and conscious man. Those alone who thirst after God belong to the latter class. Those that are mad after lust and gold are the all ordinary men. Jai Shri Ram Krishna. Nothing will rouse up the worldly minded. They suffer no end of pain and trouble in this life. Still, they do not get any wiser. Just think of the camel. It is fond of thorns and will not abstain from eating them. Blood trickling down its mouth and not withstanding. Similarly, the worldly minded do not take to heart even a great bereavement, and in a few days feel and act as if nothing had happened. For more words on Ramakrishna, click here or the links in the description. Thanks for watching.